All right, I'm going to show you why in geometry, if we want to copy a segment, we oftentimes cannot just measure and then use that measurement to make a duplicate. So the same actually holds true in woodworking and often many types of craftsmanship. So I've got here a trim piece. So let's say I want to duplicate this trim piece. So you might think, all right, grab a tape measure, measure it, and take a look here. We've got 8 and 1, 2, 3, 8 and 3/16. So you might think, all right, I got my other piece here. Let's just measure out 8 and 3/16. All right, so I come over here, I count 1, 2, 3, I measure my mark there. All right, I'm gonna use my combination square to duplicate that line there. And then I'll go and cut this at the miter saw. So I'll come over here to my miter saw. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna line up my mark as best as I can. All right, looks good. Let's cut that. There we go, right on the line. And I'll come over here. And now if I compare these two pieces. All right. Oh no, can you see that? Let me see if I can get the angle right. They aren't quite the same. There is definitely a little bit overhanging there. Even though I measured both of them, it didn't quite come out perfectly. So how can we take the ideas of geometry and apply them to the woodworking so that when I copy this segment, it's exactly the same? Let me show you how. So instead of measuring again, instead of taking out a tape measure and finding the distance, I'm going to use the original and I'm going to mark off that distance. So I'm going to take my original piece here. All right, I'm going to set it up against my blade. Hope you can see that. And now I'm going to take what's called a stop block and set that there. So I'm not measuring at all. So now I have used this stop block to essentially copy this distance. Now that I have the distance copied, I can transfer that distance onto my new piece. So now I'm going to cut this using my stop block. Let's see how well we did. So I'm going to set these two down here, and what do you know it? They are almost perfectly lined up now. So just like in woodworking and in geometry, if you want to copy something, a tape measure is not what you want. In woodworking, you want to set up a stop block. What do we use in geometry?